before I better tender and the sound say a grrr no. Ehun that lightning attached to it no. Now the corner air no, I finish that. That is how fast the tender stone is. And that is how powerful the tender stone is. So today, part 1 about, part 2 about, part 3 about. Nemu bebre na no. Esan say control mu nsem no. Ye nya samara na enkebe boaye. So this is how to use the tender stone to merge with certain items to prepare highly spiritual protection soap. And this kind of soap no matter baby e de washe, no matter the wachichire wo destiny, no matter credo kasi e de aloko destiny, no matter baby e de wo nipadua akodua, de honhom akodua, de wo yedi akodua. Immediately abadware samara no, they will immediately release you from that kind of shackles.
Discover the power of nature with Heal Yourself Herbal YouTube channel, empowering you to take control of your health and well-being. The channel has a lot of helpful information on natural and herbal remedies for various health problems. It's a channel about natural ways to heal yourself, with lots of videos about road openers.
Subscribe now to access a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, once again, more about Heal Yourself. So, you're some back up, only small boy, Olumai in Ghana. And then, part 4, said you will share Mobono. Part 4, how to use tender stone to prepare highly spiritual protection soap. Highly spiritual protection hot soap. Tenye, tender stone. You will quite hold be breakfast to use. Now, the greatest weapon ever, the tender. Those who know no omunim. When the tender strikes, no matter whoever you are, say when the air also, you can never dodge that tender. When the tender striker, no matter how big that tree is simwa, it will break it. That is how it is. There's a tender no, enya dia ididi grow. And before I will better say tender no sound no, as sound no. Not the particular stone no, baby air corner a drew. Tenye. Before I better tender and the sound say a grrr no, ehun that lightning attached to it no. Now the corner air no, I finish that. That is how fast the tender stone is, and that is how powerful the tender stone is. So today, part 1 about, part 2 about, part 3 about. Nemu bebre na no, esan say control mu nsem no. Ye nya samara na enkebe boaye. So this is how to use the tender stone to merge with certain items to prepare highly spiritual protection soap. And this kind of soap no matter baby e de washe, no matter the wachichire wo destiny, no matter credo kasi e de aloko destiny, no matter baby e de wo nipadua akodua, de honhom akodua, de wo yedi akodua. Immediately abadware samara no, they will immediately release you from that kind of shackles. Tenye, no matter no me be a so no matter whatever the source of your problem is, it will automatically get off. So far as you immediately ubadware sa kind of what this what soap. And this soap lift higher than your enemies, because you get something bigger beer a tawachi. Tender, it is not ordinary weapon. The greatest weapon in the spiritual realm a tender. So whenever tender strikes will be at shocked. Now when the air also you can never dodge it. Anything is it even damage your color. Emma will turn it to something else. Mostly over black. That is the power of tender and how fast this tender can work. So this is how to use tender stone to prepare a spiritual highly protection soap. You can move along with this soap. Baby, I'll be cobia. Now, so I do justice to your protection. Protection first. You will be able to say the origin in your medi. Obu on my own, you grass it, me lock you be destiny. Obi ade se origin abrabo. Said your person which is okay. There's no problem. Bashan so. And Panifoso obra yoku. Me oluminka so omuboa. Nemo medie. Me say obra eye ope. Life eye choices. You choose where you want to lift your life to. And this kind of protection, if you believe in or not, it's your choice. You can make your choice come to reality. It is how you push your choices to God to manifest. Obra, Africa, but how you make your choice, and not the Africa has everything to be rich. You will be baby, but we are still poor because our choices make us poor. So make your choices correctly, wisely, and positively. So you can choose to do these things, it's your choice. You can choose to ignore it. You can choose to watch the video, you can choose to ignore it. All its choices, because life is based on choice. Yan to asu tenye. Enye ma obe hie di kan no, tender stone be ma ne baako. Na meka tender stone be ma na eye wei. Wei tender stone. De ya ne se kuma no, na wei olumidi atujam ayusu de aya ade. Enti na hu se kala no aye kokko no. Me de atujam amisu de aya ade. sorry I think say opese otito yento aso ne move on so obehia tender stone be ma ne ba ko de ayese kuma no hwe ne yi ya se side and side we no ena ye the female one oba no eno ayese waduro tokro e de be edem ha we ena ye oba no ye wo de yisu we so de ye wie be ma na ye beti ase we so afi ye wie we so ani aka ne mienu abom so enema de ye obi sua pa so unya subscribe ya you are losing a lot. Try to subscribe and share. Tienye, ubenya tender stone no ba ko pe. Wo wi a, wo be pesa de we ye fe no sofa. Minim ni twi din. Sofa. Wo ko omo motonto tender stone na wana ka so pe sofa mbe ma bi. Ye won a powdered one. And ye wo ne stick one just like this. Emu bia benyan e okay. Say powdered one na say de omo chichire no bo nya to mienu. Omo chire ni kitenkete nti to mienu. By say stone one na eno omo chichire a bia ye say ya mienu na miensa de wom. Eno so to ba ko. Tienye, uba yi de wase ni say kakra na say ya mienu. Ena wo de be yesa akwankyere we no tenie nti be hia sofa we ni bi sofa ne se so ba akopɛ se nketo asɛm die we ya be yisu se mienu powdered one na to mienu na wa for tender stone ba ako afo wi a wo next item no sa haba we ya menu nyina yenim ne yafie mu no we ene ye friend cedar hot akuta which is obrane atuata anase tweta in a local language obrane atuata anase tweta so we said na haba ne sitie na say ya na ebe esitie we no batete na haba ne maako 16 she number ne so men ka say ya nkete we are dealing with numbers because we are dealing with highly spiritual things we are dealing with numbers so we be pesa haba we ye sida akuta obrane atuata anase tweta no maako 16 no matter how small it is just count it we need the numbers we don't need the big size we be pe maako 16 unya maako 16 we are o next item no sa haba we a uhuo no na we ene ye frɛ no bitter leaf anwonwono ntwi anase ye krom kasa mu no anwonwono ye twi enti ne bitter leaf no eno so no matter ne kasa esitie wo be pɛ maako 16 tienie so bitter leaf no 16 anwonwono ye bitter leaf no 16 the cedar akuta ye obrane total 16 afa ye sofa and no bepe baako if it is big small one obepe mienu powdered one obepe so ma chichire ne ben mienu afo yo pe tender stone baako pe be ma ne de ben baako pe tienie obeyi tender stone no ato nchen items miensa aka me kire the sofa bitter leaf ene cedar kuta no odi ni nya begu wadurom na wawo tienie odi ni nya begu wadurom na wa de ben na wawo afo wo wi a obenya paste form because of say haba no wo nsuo kakra wo ubenya paste form so paste form no your ways to do this kind of things make sure we say the obitima aye no ye ne kwan a me fa so me ye me de wi a me ma oda crew no tinie wo ni nyina me ye paste form no wi a ubepe amonche anala tasamuna na wo de be wo de afra sa samuna we no obebu sasa haba no wokote obede you just pay homage ma church pay homage man maybe today must be your first time pay homage ni sa obesre kwan na wate haban no ubeka kafra wasere kwa mbedi kwese waka wonsem ukọ bwa no wate haba no na wo de haba bedi ujuma fefefe obepe samuna na rata samuna na wo de afra sa haban na ene sofa na wawo na ye pese no wi a de tie nie obetete ade aguru obam na wo de tender stone ba ko no atoso tienie na wo de tender stone ba ko na de be atoso ubebua so ade so for 3 good days after 3 days no this is how you are going to use it after the 3 days tienie ubehitin suohye umfa nsuonyunu enware sa de we ena ye anwumra kwa na bedware no evening time especially from 9 up to 12 o'clock at midnight no ena ade bedware ubehitin suohye emenso na yehye no opanyinu suonyunu de aframa ene de se de enso edi kodware a wobra ye no afa wi a ubeyisu sapo bi a wo na wayisu samana no edi adware sa samana no abra tender stone ye de be edaso edam obeye ne sa ato se be de be ebesa na mum ubedware a ubebo wo mpaye the kind of said you who tender how big how strong how powerful tender is no e de abo wo mpaye se onipa da sane bi ase brasa obeto so atua wo boni mu no onipa da sane bi ase brasa obeyi so nkrante e wo boni mu no the way tender strikes that nobody can catch the speed of the tender and nobody can hold a tender a free throw ever and nobody can stand and look at the flash of the tender like a strike na yemunya de ancient no the same way you want the person to be strike we are o de bedware we are be pa ho the next evening you continue evening kwa sa samra we no mimi say no anabia obi a wo ya aton no eno no umfa tender stone no ento so. You have a way a obeyam this tender stone enya powdered form a wo de befra sa samana no. Tini ne mom wo a wo ya yusu wade no wo de beto so. Wo wi a tender stone en say obetuma yusu na any moment but tender stone bedam to sa samana ne besa. But for me, ebi nie sa de a me show no samana ne bi nie e ready. We 150 Ghana cedi. This is tender stone. We no ubie so a unhu se tender bia de be eda so. Say ene de be esitie. We have a way and I have a way we make it this stone no powdered form. Me the afra stamina no enda so. Because of say me no me here for masses. So I have a way me break it tender stone no. Na ma grant enya the powdered form a me the be fra stamina no. Enti sa na ma ye no. Stamina no e bi ne prepared one available. Wo pe be 150 Ghana cedis. Uma olu asote a olu me nsa be de be emo waka bi ho no. Na mom wo de na ma kire wo na ma kire wo no so ma pepepe. Wono onyam tender stone no de beto so. But maybe the no to who say tender stone that so is because of say my making in the powdered form ema ewura samuna na nkasa mu. Say the bear those who are buying no because they have different energies and different entities and different spirit omo engage with onipa bia no you can also benefit from this. And into no say the me no different there but doesn't mean say wo de no enye adwuma. Just do this simple soap and protect yourself from a lot of enemies. So behwe we na the matcha ho no a tender stone hot soap. We are saying now spiritual elevation, spiritual protection, and back to sender. Spiritual elevation, spiritual protection, and what? Back to sender. And a good ase e ho no mo ho me nyesho se bia obehu a. And I share the use side na evening only. And na odi bedware but ube hitin so she said the match wo no. Na agi nso na ne the day no edware sa samna we. Onfa nso nyu na nye be endware. Did say what must e ho no. So we are there, we are. It lifts you higher than your enemies. It protects you spiritually from your enemies, those who want to harm you. At the same time, if somebody wants to do you something, that thing bounces back to the person. And know that the tender will speak to the person in the language that person will understand, not your language. This is what I say. If somebody wants to do damage to your life, the tender will speak to the person in the language the person will understand it very well, not you. The person will understand it very well. This is how to use tender stone for what? I'm coming. Let me clear this thing off. I think same year. That's why we was say I block attend. That's why I didn't have about with us. We didn't see a trim ho. That's how African is. So in the end, this is your Hanley protection tender stone soap. Part 5 will be how to use tender stone to correct your money from somebody who is owing you. Ubu onuma unu obi aye adwuma we send nipa no eyi bibi kakra de ma pay agreement am agree. It is not coming. Ubu abeje bosia ho de ka opesa woje. This is how to use your energy. Tender nukra, everybody anipaneka. Watch it out for part 5. How to use tender stone to correct your money from somebody who has refused to pay you while the person is owing you. This is your small boy Oluma in Ghana. Subscribe and share to Heal Yourself GH. Subscribe and share. Shalom. Bye bye.